A previous video explained the default output provided by BugsXLA. This video shows how to change some of the settings. At the bottom of the model specification form is the MC and output options button. This loads this form. On the left-hand side of this form are the MC settings used by the computing engine, which is OpenBugs by default. I will not be explaining the terminology used by MC algorithms, but will make you aware of the help feature that exists on most of the forms in BugsXLA. Clicking in the box highlights those parts of the form that provide help. By moving the cursor over one of these regions, some help text is provided. The default MC settings are unlikely to be good enough for many analyses. They have been chosen to give a quick and dirty run so that any obvious errors with the data or model specification could be quickly identified. Better settings are chosen by clicking on the Use Preset Values box and selecting one of these preset series of MC options. There is help to aid your choice. So if you go back to the help, click over here. If you wish to check convergence, which is important for non-simple models or messy data, you should change the auto quit option to no. This will leave you inside OpenBugs after the analysis has run, allowing to use this program's functionality to assess convergence, as BugsXLA itself does not have any such functionality. This form also allows you to alter what types of parameters are summarized. It is rare you are likely to want to change any of the import stats options other than to decide whether you prefer variance components to be summarized as variances or standard deviations. The remaining options on this form will be explained in a future video. Changing the settings on this form only makes changes for the current analysis. You can make changes that affect all future runs via the settings form. Go back to the Add-in tab and click on the rightmost icon to load the BugsXLA settings. On the first page, it's possible to change the MC engine, provided you have installed it on your machine. So for instance, by clicking here, this will change the engine to JAGS. You can also, if you want, stop BugsXLA from always showing this red message by clicking here and turning this off. This just reminds you of the message before you do so. On the MC defaults tab, this is where you can define your own set of MC settings and having them assigned to the simple, regular or novel model, as you saw on the form earlier, and also define your basic set of settings, these being the default that BugsXLA loads up. On the Bugs.io for input-output form, you can change the number of decimal places used in the output. So by default, it's 4, as you can see here, used in when summarizing the posterior distributions. And if you go down to the bottom where it says annotate summary stats, you can turn off or on the notes that BugsXLA adds into the mean and standard deviation cells, as discussed in a previous video. And you can also set your own limits on when warnings are given for the MC error. That completes this video explaining how to change the default settings.